So the article starts with the question for the article, and it says, when we cut into the steak, some red juices might come out. Okay, before we actually get to the question, we do have a word power word straight away, and it's the verb cut, C-U-T, cut. Now remember, the past tense and PP are also cut. So it's cut, 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 not cutted. Okay, here's the word power. To cut means to divide something or separate something from its main part using scissors, a knife, something sharp. For example, Jason cut the cake into 8 pieces. Jason cut the cake into 8 pieces.
Cut 这个动作是切。那刚刚 Pat 老师有提到三态是同形的哦 cut 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 不要忘记了。那例句说呢 Jason 将这个蛋糕切成8片 cut the cake into 8 pieces. And yes, Pat, when we cut into steak, red juices come out. 当我们切牛排的时候会有红色的肉汁流出来。
Yeah, well, when we talk about juice, we mean the liquid inside something. So almost all fruits have juice in them, for example, and it's kind of water mixed with sugar and other things. So meat has juice too, which could be water, maybe some fat or some oil, and when we cook it or later cut it, it comes out.
所以 juice 我们都学过是果汁之意，它是一个不可数的名词。不过文章这边我们看到的是 juices 复数型，注意哦，如果它是复数型的时候，特别指的是 the liquid in meat， 也就是肉汁。
Yeah, but as our encyclopedia question asks us, why are they red?
Yeah, why are they red? 到底为什么是红色的肉汁呢？ What choices do we have?
Well, the answer could be A, because there is blood in the juices.
哦，因为汁液里面有 blood 鲜血。
Yeah,
I think this must be the right answer.
I would have thought so too. It does make sense.
Yeah.
But it could be B, because there is too much sugar in the steak.
因为牛排里有太多 sugar 太多糖。What about the last one?
Yeah, I don't think it can be B. The last one is C, because there is a special type of protein in the juices. Now, a protein, P-R-O-T-E-I-N, protein, is something our body makes and which is also present in food. Protein is the stuff our bodies use to build body parts and to grow, but other proteins do other things inside our bodies, like make energy, eat food, send messages to our brains, and more. All proteins have some kind of job in your body.
Protein 就是蛋白质。那 what are high protein foods? 什么样的食物含有大量的蛋白质呢？
Yeah, high protein. It's important to eat protein because some we can't make ourselves. We need to eat it. Lots of protein in meat, in eggs, in tofu, in fish, and nuts.
Oh, and I know also in cheese, yogurt, and milk.
Yep, that is right.
Okay, so what is the correct answer to the question?
Yes, why are the juices red? The article says it's C, because there is a special type of protein in the juices.
Oh, so the answer is not A.
No,
it's
not blood.
Okay, so what is this special type of protein?
Let's read on. The article says, on your birthday, your parents take you out for a fancy steak dinner. Now we have a few things to look at in this sentence. And the first one is the noun parent, P-A-R-E-N-T, parent in the article parents with an S. It's a noun and it's our next word power word. A parent is a mother or father. So we could say, my parents always take good care of me when I am sick. My parents always take good care of me when I am sick.
Parent 这边是单数型，单数型的时候呢，指的是母亲或者是父亲。那若是复数型 parents， 那指的就是双亲爸爸和妈妈。那例句说到呢，我生病的时候，我的父母总是无微不至的照顾我。
Okay, so the situation in our article is that your parents take you out. If someone takes you out, then they organize a meal at a restaurant or some other event and treat you by usually paying for you. So your parents take you out for dinner, they buy dinner for you. Maybe you take somebody out to say thank you for something nice that they've done and you pay for them. Or you could take some business partners out to talk business.
So to take somebody out for something 就带某人出去，可能是吃东西或看表演等等。那文章这里呢说到，在你生日的时候，你的父母亲 take you out for a fancy steak dinner，带你去吃一顿昂贵的牛排大餐。
Yeah, and they're taking you not just for a normal meal, but for a fancy steak dinner. The word fancy, F-A-N-C-Y, fancy, is an adjective, and it's our next word power word. So fancy means expensive, popular, and fashionable. For example, the fancy hotel has a Japanese restaurant and a swimming pool. The fancy hotel has a Japanese restaurant and a swimming pool.
Fancy 这个形容词呢是昂贵的、豪华的，所以一个 fancy hotel 代表就是一个豪华的饭店。那我们例句说到呢，这间豪华的饭店有一间日式餐厅和一个泳池。
Wow.
那 fancy 呢还可以当动词用哦，也就是 want to 想要，或者是 imagine 想象的意思。So do you fancy going out for dinner tonight?
Sure.
你今晚想要出去吃晚餐吗？ Or we can say my sister always fancies herself as a famous singer. 我的妹妹总是想象自己是有名的歌手。
There's another meaning in British English, did you know?
Tell me about it.
If you fancy someone, you want to date them.
Oh yeah， 代表你想要跟他约会。
So that was the first one I ever learned growing up. Wow, you fancy her.
You fancy
anyway,
her.
Right, so you're at a fancy steak dinner, and next the article says when you cut into the steak, red juices come out.
所以当你切牛排的时候，红色的肉汁流出来了。
The article says, is that blood?
是血吗？Blood 是不可数名词血液，因为它是液体。那如果是动作流血，我们说 bleed。My finger is bleeding, Pat.
Oh no! Okay, not quite. The article says it's not quite blood. It says it's actually water and myoglobin.
哦，所以原来是水和肌红蛋白。What is it?
Yeah, you are probably thinking, what's myoglobin? Something from The Hobbit? Sounds like a strange monster. Okay, the article explains myoglobin is a type of protein.
好，所以肌红蛋白是一种蛋白质。
Okay, as I said earlier, all proteins have a job.
Yeah.
Okay, our article tells us what this one's job is. It says myoglobin, stores oxygen in muscles. To store means to put something somewhere and make sure it stays there so you can use it later.
哦，所以肌红蛋白负责储存肌肉里面的氧气。我们看到 store 这个动词是储存的意思，那如果当名词的话是商店。
Yeah, and myoglobin stores oxygen, which is a gas that pretty much all living beings need to breathe.
We breathe in oxygen. 我们呼吸吸的是氧气。
Yep, and the oxygen is stored in our muscles, which are the parts of our body that make movements by pulling our bones. Now, they need oxygen to work properly. If your muscles don't have enough oxygen, we get really tired and our muscles get sore.
好，所以呢，我们的 muscles 肌肉是需要氧气的，不然就会觉得肌肉很酸痛。So next, the article says, beef and lamb have more
Myoglobin.
than other kinds of meat.
Yeah, okay, so different meats have different amounts. We have another word power word there, and it's the noun meat. M-E-A-T, meat. Meat means the flesh of an animal when it is used for food. For example, Chris eats pork, but he doesn't like other kinds of meat. Chris eats pork, but he doesn't like other kinds of meat.
Meat 是肉类的总称，不可数。那例句说呢 ，Chris 吃猪肉，但是他不喜欢其他种类的肉。那 meat 它是肉类总称，不可数，可是每一种肉的本身也不可数哦。比如说 pork 猪肉 ，beef 牛肉 ，lamb 羊肉 ，chicken 鸡肉。只要当肉解释的时候，你不会看到它们的复数形。所以回到课文中说到呢，牛肉和羊肉比其他的肉类含有更多的肌红蛋白。我们看到比较级的出现哦 ，more than 比较多。
Yes, beef and lamb have more myoglobin than pork, chicken, duck, fish, and so on. We also see raw beef and lamb look redder than other raw meat. Okay? If something is raw, R-A-W, raw, it's not cooked.
Right, raw 这个字呢是生的，所以生牛肉和羊肉看起来比其他的生肉还要来得红。Redder than 又是一个比较级，形容词 redder 比较级是 redder， 记得重复字尾 d 再加 er。那到底比谁还要红呢？ Redder than other raw meat， 也就是比其他的生肉还要红。那我们现在先进到 Magic Box 听讲师讲解形容词比较级的句型。